Okay, people, welcome to this next tutorial. This next tutorial is going to show you how we can assemble these parts together. At the moment, if I was to grab this rim, you can see it's totally independent of the brake rotor and so on. So what we want to do, we want to put some joints between all these parts so that they stay in space correctly. Might take this opportunity just to move that out of the road for a second. I find it easier to always start just with one part. So the part that we're going to fix in space is going to be the actual brake rotor itself. So come down to your model tree to the brake rotor, select it with your left mouse, right click with your mouse, and then come to the ground option up here. So this has now been grounded. It's got a little pin beside it, which means it's going to stay in space and everything else is going to move to it. All right, so let's now move the rim onto the actual surface mounting area there. So to do that, let's choose joints, click joint. Just going to hit continue. Oh, okay. I might grab that and move that out of the road again. Let's make it around. There it is over there. Try that again. Joint, capture position, that'll do. And remember, the first thing you want to select is the one you want to move. So I'm going to spin this around. And I know from my modeling before that this outside edge here and that face will match to the top of the brake rotor. So I can click that edge, or I could come in here and click the center, doesn't really matter. But also we want to have these points matched as well. So it might make sense, I suppose, to join the center of that. No, let's go to the outside edge here first. Click once there, spin everything back again, and we want this to be matched to any of these. It doesn't really matter. Let's have a look in sectional view to make sure it's correct. And yes, we can see here it's correctly centered over there, which is good. And it even worked out that there was other geometry which had to be centered as well. Pretty clever program. I'll turn that section off again. And if we look down on top, wow, that's a clever program. You can see it even worked out that there was other geometry, and even without selecting it, it actually made joints, or it aligned those correctly as well. Fantastic. Now I have made this rigid because they're not going to revolve, they're locked into each other. So we click OK, and now we're going to grab perhaps this wheel nut here, and we might put it in the correct position. So I'm going to grab the wheel nut, just drag him up somewhere in space. And what I'm going to do with the wheel nut is I'm going to choose this sloping surface here of the wheel nut, because I know that surface and the other surface are going to mate together. So joints once again, capture position. I'm going to select this sloping surface, or this taper. Then I'm going to then find the inside of where that matches inside here. If I look down on top, there's that surface, that sloping surface on the inside of the rim itself. So that one there, and it's gone to the correct position by the looks of it. How do we check? We could always do our sectional view, have a look, rotate around and zoom in. And has it worked? Oh, something's not quite right there. I don't know why that went out of there, but I'll just try that again. 27, I'll bring that back to 0 for some reason. I don't know why it went right over there. And there's a little error here I've just picked up on, I think. Let's go to front view. No, it's not liking that. Let's zoom that around. Okay, so it's not quite got that positioning correct. I might have to do a little bit of editing here to get those to join up perfectly. You can see they're just slightly out. Might so I can pull that down. So it's going to be, I might have to muck up around a little bit with those sizes. That should have worked. I'm going to go back and try that again. Cancel. Zoom out again. I'm going to find that wheel nut. There it is there. I'm going to go joint. I'm going to grab that surface. It's selected. I'm going to find the other surface. Actually, what I could do, rather than just grab that surface, I could actually grab that ring there or that ring there. No, let's just try the surface again. Spin it around. Zoom in. That surface there. And let's just click OK, and then I'm going to see what it's done. Okay, go to section view, turn the section on, have a look at the section, and just front view that. That's looking very nice to me. Okay, interesting. Very nice at all. Something's not quite working out, and you can see that it hasn't quite come down to that surface where it should have. Alright. I suppose my other option would be to grab perhaps that circular surface there to that edge there might be the best option. Okay, but you can play around with that, getting the actual wheel nut in the correct position. Then you've got 3 more wheel nuts that you need to obviously assemble. So we can copy and paste that wheel nut a number of times. So it's pretty simple. All you need to do is to select the actual wheel nut either here or in the model tree. You can do Command C, or you can right click and go copy. So Command C, Command V, and it pastes, I should say, one over the top of the other. So I'm just going to grab it from there and move it to some other position. That'll do. I'll do that 2 more times. Command V. I'll drag this one out this way and then up. Okay, and then the last one, Command V again, and then move them across, obviously. All right, and then use your joints to then get those in the correct positions. Okay, so that's got our brake rotor, the rim attached to it, a little bit of work to do yet to quite get those wheel nuts just in the right spot. And then the last lesson will be to actually then create some holes in the face of the rim to your desired pattern. Okay, let's try that.